Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel and I hope all of you are doing great. So in today's video, we'll be looking at the only screening and analytical tool that you'll ever need, right? So I have been using this tool from last few months or I think so last few weeks, and this is an amazing tool where you'll get the screening part as well and the analytical part as well. So what I mean by the analytical part is that you'll get the screen market breadth, sectoral analysis, industry analysis tool as well, and a pretty flexible screener as well. Like I'm aware you guys must have used the charting platform or the trading view screener and all, and there you can put your specific criteria and you can run the scanner and you'll find the stocks that you're looking for. And so this is very similar but actually very easy to use, and it simplifies it a lot further as compared to a charting or trading view. And it's actually very time saver as you'll get many ready-made screens as well, which are very powerful and which are very useful, right? So I'll be explaining the every component of this particular tool, right? So let's get started with the video. And a standard disclaimer, this video is only for educational purpose and any stock discussed here is not a buy or sell recommendation. Please consult your financial advisor before taking any trade or making any investment, right? So here we have the two main parts. That is, first is the screening part and second is the sectoral analysis part. So screening part just simply is that creating your own custom scanners by defining the specific criteria, right? So we have a universe of 7,000 stocks in if we look at the BSE and around 2000 or more stocks in the NSE, right? So it's actually impossible to go through all the names in a single day, right? Unless you have a specific criteria that you can run, and you'll get the stocks, only those stocks that qualify that particular criteria, right? And second thing is that the sectoral analysis is that analyzing the sectoral strength and the industry analysis to find the stocks belonging to a particular sector or industry, right? So here it makes your work even easier when you're looking for a specific sector. Like if you look at the current market, right, the water theme has been doing really well, right, the IT has been doing really well. So if you can only stick to those particular sectors which are running, right, so that makes your work a lot easier, right, and you'll be able to get the stocks which are performing really well, right? So another thing is important to note is that the industry is a subset of sector, right? So you have a, let's say, healthcare sector. So within the healthcare you have pharmaceuticals, then you have other healthcare like hospitals, right? And there are other healthcare companies like, you know, MedPlus and other companies like that, and the diagnostics, and all these comes under within a sector. So using this tool you will be able to get a specific industry as well, like the pharmaceutical industry or the only the hospital industry or only the diagnostic industry. So this is just an example, right? So without waiting any further, let's move on to that particular tool, right? So this is the website that I have been using from quite some time now, right? So this is developed by Charts Maze. So if you follow, so his real name is Madhav, and if you follow him on Twitter, that's really good, and if you don't, I'll leave the link in description. So he has developed this website, which has, where we have scanners, we have market analytics, we have Watchlist and all, and it's really amazing, right? I've been using it from quite some time, right? So let's discover all the features, right? So first you have the scanner, right? So here we have 5-6 options. First is creating a scanner, right? So it's custom. You can create your own custom scan, and here's a Himanshu template as well. So Himanshu sir, if you know Chartist on Twitter, right, so he has a particular criteria where he search for stock, and you can use his criteria as well to find those names, right? Then we have a horizontal resistance, right? So this is again a very important kind of a screener. So here you will get all the setups which have a horizontal kind of a setup that has been forming. So let me just show you an example what is kind of a horizontal setup, right? So let's say a stock is in an uptrend, was an uptrend, and now it is just consolidating in a range, right? So that range where the price is reversing again from a particular level, right? So whenever the stock crosses that level, that is a really good opportunity to get in, right? So that is what your horizontal resistance type here is. Then we have the tightness setup. So if you don't know what a tightness is, I have made a separate video on tightness, and I'll leave the link of that video in description, right? So you can find the tightness setups on daily and weekly, because again, if you are trying to find these setups by going through all the charts, then it's like, it's actually, it will take you a very long time, right? And it's not possible, especially someone who is a working professional, right? So it's not possible for those people, so you get a scanner for that. Then another very very useful feature that I must highlight is that the IPO scanner. Here you get the past IPO listings, and you have the IPO setups, and then we have a shakeout scanner. So let's go through one by one. So creating a custom scan, right? So what you can do, you click on this custom and you'll get a page like this. So here currently you'll get all the stocks that are listed in the NS universe, that is more than 2000 stocks you'll get here, right? So what you'll have to do, just go to this settings icon. Here you can apply multiple kind of filters, right? So let's say I want stocks that are above the moving averages, let's say that above 200, above 50, and let's say I use the 21-day EMA, right? So here I can simply apply all these filters and apply it, and then I'll get only those stocks which qualify these criteria. So again, it's very simple, right? So if you were using the charting or any other platform, you'll have to write a certain kind of a code that you're looking for these stocks, but here you just have to go to settings and just click it, right? So now the number of stocks have reduced to around 1096, right? And I can further I can further go down, and like my one of my criteria is I'm looking for the stocks that are above the 21-day moving average and are within the 25% range of their 52-week high. So again, I can simply, what I can do, I just click on this box and I put in my criteria that I'm looking for the stocks that are within the 25% range of their 52-week high, and I'll just simply apply it. Now the number of stocks have reduced to 1028, right? Another criteria that I would like to use here is that so let's say I'm looking for the stocks that are above 30 rupees, right? So I'm not looking for any kind of a penny stock, right? Another filter that I can add here is that I can add the RS rating. So if you don't know what RS rating is, it simply means relative strength. That simply means ki over a period of time, how that particular stock has been performing. So we get a rating from 1 to 99. So higher the rating, the better the stock is. So let's say I'm just looking for the stocks which have a RS rating of more than 80, right? So I can simply select it and write 80 here, and I'll apply, and the number of stocks have come down to 251, right? So again, you can clearly see now, instead of scanning 2000 stocks, you are just going to scan 250 stocks. And I can further go down in detail what kind of criteria I want here. I can simply select the stocks which are at their 1 month high or a 3 month high or a 52-week high, right? If I want to. Another I can add is the market cap. So let's say I'm looking, I don't want any penny kind of a stock, right? So I'm looking for the companies that are above 500 crores, and I'm just looking at, let's say, small caps only. So I'll add here 10,000 crore. So the companies which are between the 500 crore and 10,000 crore, I'll only get those stocks, right? So the number has come down to 149 again, right? So very simple. And other criteria that you have is that how much volume has been in crores for the last 30 days. What's the average volume, right? So let's say somebody who go in with a bigger position size needs the stocks where the liquidity is. So somebody might be looking for the volume for the last 30 days has been more than 1 crore, or let's say 10 lakh or so, right? Another filter that you can add is the industry filter, like what industry you're actually looking for, in which industry. Or you can also add the sector filter here as well. So as I said, industry is a subset of sector, right? So as a for example, I'm just looking at the pharmaceutical or the IT sector, right? Or any other sector, the telecom or the utilities or textile or power, right? Any sector that I want to select. Or I can simply select the index as well. So let's say I just want to look at the companies that are within the mid cap 400 index or the mid cap 150 index, right? Or the oil and gas sector, or only the pharma sector, or only PSU bank sector, private bank sector, right? So not many other tools provide you this much liberty, right? So these are the just technical criterias that I can put in. Then we have a fundamental criteria as well. So some people who like to do the techno funda, right? So what they can do is simply they can select the fundamental criteria, like how much EPS growth you want quarter on quarter, how much net profit growth you want quarter on quarter, right? So net profit for last 1 quarter or 4 quarter, like how many quarters should be positive, right? And turnaround, let's say the companies which were loss making and are just turning around. So if I give you an example, companies like Inox Wind and SW Solar, which are just turning around, you can look for those companies here. And or another factor that you can add here is that including only stocks with the latest quarterly results, right? So that is another beneficial factor. Or if you want to go even more specific, so you can, what you can do is you can go to this miscellaneous side, and you can, what you can do is you can, let's say you are looking for the stocks, let's say the market fell 5% today, and you are looking for the stocks that were positive. So what you can do, you can select the range of the stocks, let's say the stocks which moved between 0% to 20% in a day. So on a bad day, let's say when the market fell, like a few days ago when the overall market fell, so what you can do is you can apply this filter and you'll get the stocks that were positive on a bad day as well, right? So that is again an amazing tool. And another thing you can do is, for you can use it for your past study. Let's say you are looking for the, you just want to look for the winners, right? Which stocks have performed very well over the last month. So what you can do is you can go to this 3-month return range, and you can select the stocks which have moved 0 to 3% in last 3 months, right? So I'm just going to remove all these criterias for now, because I want to show you, right? So you can do, you want to do a study, you want to understand the basics or the price of the stocks that have moved very well over the last 3 months. So I'm looking for the winners. So what I can do, I can simply select this and apply. Here I have the number of stocks that have given between 0 to 300% returns in the last 3 months, and the number is 1412. What I can do next is that I can just ascending or select the stocks in an ascending or descending manner, right? Another filter I would like to add here is that I want a market cap of over more than 500 till 1 lakh crore, let's say. Okay, so what I'll do, I'll just simply go to the filter and I'll select the market cap and just apply, and now I'm getting the stocks are at 1000. So another useful feature here is that you can go through the names like this. Then what you can do is that you can select the names, you can copy them, you can add them to a watch list, or copy the symbols and paste them in a trading view. Or what you can do is that you can download the list in an Excel, right? You'll get the Excel comma separated values in Excel. And what you can do is you can simply go there, select the ticker for all the stocks and paste it in your trading view watch list, right? So that is one thing that you can do. Or we have a even simpler version here, right? So what you can do is you can select these names and just paste them in your trading view watch list. And finally we have the simplest version, and that this tool provides is that we can directly look at the charts from here. Directly just select the from list view to go to the chart view, and here it is the biggest time saver feature. What you can do is simply you can go through multiple charts. So like some charts might some face some problem while loading, right? So that is a common issue. What you can do is simply just select the charts and you can go through the multiple charts at once, right? So if I want to study the past winners and understand the characteristics of the stocks that have moved more than 3% in the last 3 months, 300% in last 3 months, right? So I can just simply go through the stocks and see what was the characteristic of for the stock. So if I give you an example, one characteristic that I find common is that most of them were in a very were in consolidation. See, most of the moves started only after June, in most names after May and June, right? So you'll see this example here. This was also in a consolidation. Again, this was in a consolidation, and this was also in a consolidation. This was also in a consolidation, and the move started only in May, around May or June. Again, this one also, there was a gap up after the earnings, right? So that is a very time saver. It is a very time saver tool, and you can do the chart settings as well, right? So there's an additional feature which is very good one, is that you can do the chart settings as well. What you have to do is just go to display settings. Here you can go to the chart settings. So you can see if you want to look at the daily chart, weekly chart, or the monthly chart. You can also apply the indicator, whatever MA you want to use, like the 10, 21, 50 or 200, right? Another thing that you can see is that the data range, key how much data a chart will fit, right? Another thing is chart layout. Let's say you want to look at a bigger screen, right? You just want to go through a single chart. What you can do is select 1x1 and save, and you'll get the charts on a larger screen, right? So again, so that again depends upon your own convenience, right? Again, going back to the display settings, I can use the logarithmic scale, regular scale, percentage scale, or I can use the bar chart, candle, or line chart, whatever your preference is, right? So you can do the chart settings as well. And second is customizable settings, is that how much data point in a list view you need. You need the basic industry, market cap, 1 month return, 3 month return, 52-week high, like away from 52-week high, right? So what you can do is again go to display second and select the whatever criteria that you need. Do you want to check the 1 day return? Do you want to check the 1 week return, right? And do you want to check the index? Do you want to check the circuit limit? Do you want to check the sector? And you can just simply add the criteria, and you can select the stocks in ascending or descending manner, right? So this provides you complete independence, the custom scanner. Then we come down to the main scanners, that is one is Himanshu template, right? So Himanshu circa apna template like this. So he has certain criterias that he is looking for, and this is a kind of a preset that you have here. And or you can further add the criterias on your own as well, right? So do give it a try. And the most useful feature that I found is the horizontal resistance. So here you have to do nothing, just go to the scanners, go to the horizontal resistance and daily, right? So wherever you see this crown, these are the premium features, and these are only available in the paid versions, and I'll show you what is the pricing plan as well. And trust me, it's very cheap and it's worth taking the premium subscription, right? And I just want to make clear, this is not a paid promotion. I'm doing this of my own will, because I actually really found it really useful, and I actually enjoyed using it, right? So I'm making this video, and this is not a paid promotion. I just want to clarify that, right? So coming to this horizontal resistance scan, right here, just go to daily and I'll go to chart, right? So here you will get all the stocks that are showing a certain pattern where there is a proper horizontal resistance available. My preferred display setting is 1x2. I like to look at multiple charts at a single time, right? So but again, that saves a lot of time as well, right? So here I can simply get the, see this one, Wonder Electrics, you see a very clear resistance here that we have. Web Sol, you can draw a trend line from here, or you have a simple resistance area that you have here. Amara Raja batteries again approaching the previous high, again a simple horizontal setup. This one again, Wabag Tech again, there's some bit of supply coming in here, but again you can clearly see that is a kind of a horizontal kind of a setup. Kesaram Industries, then you have Mangalam Cement again consolidating from a very long time. NCC again. So again, so this again helps you save time, right? So again, you have a good stock that is in an uptrend and consolidating in a range. So here you'll be able to identify the stocks that haven't broken up yet, right? So many people ask me on my YouTube, like they comment ki they want a screener, or they want to find the stocks which are yet to break out. So this is your screener to find the stocks which are yet to break out, which haven't broken out actually from the range, which are just consolidating right now, right? So again, you see so many amazing setups that I can find here. Is that one of them is the NCC. Let's say I want to make a watch list of the particular stocks from a certain scanner, right? So I select Wabag Tech, NCC, right? So I'm just selecting the stocks which I would normally select. Kirloskar Pneumatics, Arvind Limited, right? Then we have Alankit. I actually don't like the setup that much. This one is good. This one again, a really good setup with the engineering. Swan Energy again, very like near the previous high. So I'll skip this one. I'll skip this one. Okay, I'll skip these two. Like I like this one, Dynacos System and Solution, right? Then I like Mahindra and Mahindra. I like eMudra again, a very nice setup. You see, has been consolidating from a very long time, and slightly showing that it's about to pop up from this region, right? Again, ready for a breakout. Then Imami is also really good. Sudarshan Chemical again, a really good setup, but not my type. Torrent Power is again consolidating very nicely. Jyoti Structures, not my type. Sale and Exploration again, my type of setup. And this way you can go through the multiple charts at once, and you can select the names. So once you have selected the names, what you can do is that let's say what you can do is simply add those to a watch list, right? So go here, create a watch list. So here you'll get all the names that you have selected right now, right? Here you'll get all the names that you have selected, and I have some names that I've previously selected as well, right? So what I can do is that I can load my previous watch list that I've already made, and I can simply save it to watch list. I can create a new watch list here, right? Or I can also get a scan summary as well. Most of the stocks belong to which sector and which basic industry, right? So you see capital goods industry. So there are many capital goods sector, right? So there are many industries that come under the capital goods sector, like your pumps and your electrical equipments, like industrial products. These are all comes under the capital goods. And here you can see the number of stocks past the criteria and number of stocks that are from that particular basic industry, right? So you can go through these names, right? So this way you can create a watch list, and you can go through all these scanners, different scanners. Like if I show you the IPO, so these are the past IPO listings. If I show you, right? So past IPO listings, you can select the date from where you want to select the IPOs. You want to check the IPO charts. Here you'll get the latest ones in the top. And another that nice setup is the IPO setups. So it'll tell you the IPO names which have just in the past few months have listed, and if you it'll give you a setup type as well, right? Whatever setup type you're looking for, like these have the horizontal type of setup, tightness setup. We have a horizontal and tight setup, horizontal setup and tight setup, right? And you can us again sort from ascending and descending manner according to the industry rank, RS rank, and the profit and the loss and all of that, right? So this is what comes under the scanner. So again, a very nice scanner. And another one is the, although these are the premium features, right? So you'll be requiring a premium account. So first month is free, right? I'll just show you the payment plans as well, right? So you can just go to charts maze, and they have payments plan here. So a monthly subscription is around 249 per month, annual subscription is 1349, and sorry, semi-annual, and the annual subscription is 2500. So for 2500 it's pretty amazing, right? And you can just DM him, or you can just fill this Google form, and you can get the paid version, and you have 1 month free, right? So again, IPO setups that we have here. Another important and really nice scanner that I have is the volume scanner. So let's say I want to look at the highest volume. So highest volume ever, I can select the highest volume in a year and highest volume in a quarter. So whatever stocks that are giving that have given the highest volume on a particular day in a quarter, or let's say highest volume in a year, or highest volume in a ever, right? So again, so if a stock has given highest volume in a year or ever or a quarter and is coming out of consolidation, so those are the setups that you should focus more on, right? Because again, that tells you that there has been institutional activity happening. That's why the volume has jumped so much. Like look at Bhagirath Cam, look at the volume that came in Pondy Oxides and Bhagirath Cam, and look at the move that they gave. Another interesting feature is that I can simply jump onto the directly to trading view as well. You just have to click on the symbol, and you can directly jump to the trading view as well. There you can link your own account, and you can just go through the chart there on trading view if you find that more useful, right? Or you can simply go through the multiple charts here. So this covers all the scanner part, right? So rest you can do is you can move around and see which works best for you. Second important, really important feature is the market analytics. So here we have four components. We have the sector analytics, industry analytics, market breadth, and top gainers. So market breadth here we have, so you must have seen my market breadth video that I have on the charting platform. So again, you get a similar kind of a market breadth here as well, right? So you can get the stocks which are above the 20-day moving average, 50-day and 200-day, percentage of stocks that are above 50, 20 and 200-day moving average over the period of last 3 months, 6 months and 12 months. Or you can simply select the criteria of percentage movement. That means the stocks up by 4% and the number of stocks down by 4%, right? So again, on this particular day, 200 220 stocks were up by 4% and 4% 20 I think 29 stocks were down by 4%. Again, tells you about the market, and you can compare it with the Nifty 50, Nifty 100 or Nifty 500, right? You can compare them, or you can select the advances decline volume change, right? So volume greater than 20-day average volume and greater volume less than 20-day average volume. So if the more number of stocks have average volume which is up, that means the overall market environment is really bullish. Or you have you can say 52-week high low movement as well. How many stocks are making 52-week high and how many stocks are making a 52-week low, right? So the higher number of stocks making a 52-week high, that means a more bullish environment, right? Then comes to the sector analytics. So here we have three features. We can see the number of stocks in a belonging to a particular sector that are above the 20-day move 200-day moving average, 50-day, 20-day, or the 21-day moving average. So if I want to look a sector, if I want to find a sector which has strength, then I'll be looking for the stocks which sector has the maximum number of stocks that are above the 21-day moving average. So here, for example, you have utility. In utility you have waste management. So here you'll get the stocks which are in the into waste management, right? And you can simply go through the charts and select the stocks. Like Wabag is there. Antony Waste Handling Cell has already moved. So this one for some reason is not loading, right? And then let's say I want to look at the healthcare sector. So in healthcare we have medically diversified, we have pharmaceuticals, and we have hospitals. So let's say medically diversified stocks which are in that particular industry, right? Orchid Farmer and all. I can simply go to the charts and I can see the 1 day performance of the overall industry, 1 week performance, 1 month performance, 3 month performance, and the RS rank, and the total number of stocks belonging to that particular industry, and the group market cap, right? So again, you see this Orchid Pharma coming out of a large base, Alembic moving up well, Shilpa Medicare again setting up very well above the 21-day moving average if you see. So Wayne Life Sciences just broke out from a very small range. Newland Laboratories again consolidating. GlaxoSmith, if you see consolidating, what I can do is simply select it, add it to the watch list, right? Granules again broke out from this very small range, and look at the move that came in last few days. Natco Farm again coming out of a range, right? And I can simply go back to that sector and I can look at pharmaceuticals. So these were medically diversified industry, right? So pharmaceutical as an industry has given 1.6% returns 1 day, 5.88% for the week, and 1 month for the like sorry 11.16 for the month. Here also I can simply go to the charts and see which stocks are setting up well and which have been doing well, right? Strides Pharma coming out of a range. You see this one consolidating. Walkhart again gave a very nice move from a long consolidation and now pulling back. SMS Pharmaceutical again coming out of a small range. Zydus coming out of a range. Glenmark, you see, has been doing really well. It is in a consistent uptrend and now just consolidating in narrow range from last few weeks, right? And that way, look at Lupin, a very nice high tide flag kind of a setup you see here after a very nice move from the base and just consolidating in a very narrow range, right? So you can simply go through the names, right? Another factor that you can use is the relative strength. So RS rating, as I said earlier. So which industry has the maximum number of stocks which is showing RS above 80? Or you can see the number of stocks which sector has the highest number of stocks that are above that are near 52-week high. So this is just a 5% away from a 52-week high. You can also select a higher number as well. So we'll just keep the number of stocks which are just 5% away from their 52-week high in this particular sector. So these are the stocks that we have here. Then we have the industry analytics. So in industry analytics, as I said, industry is a subset of a sector. Here also you can select the industries according to their 1 week performance. So waste management has given the highest number of returns. Then we have retail, home furnishing, telecom, integrated finance, savings and loans, airlines. So these are broken down into further smaller chunks, right? So here you can get the number of stocks, which industry has how much number of stocks, what is the RS rank of the industry, and what is the group rank, and the performance. And you can also check the graphical view as well of all these industries, right? Which industry has given how much percent kind of a returns over the period of time, right? And another really useful feature that I found is that you can check the ASM list and circuit revision list, right? So which stocks are in ASM 1 2 3, or you can check the circuit revision, which where was the circuit revision done from, let's say, just like look at this example, PGL from 20% to 10% circuit revision. So whenever a stock goes into circuit revision, let's say 5%, 10%, that destroys its like overall movement, right? So we would like to avoid those kind of stocks. So coming back to industry analytics, so let's say I want to look at the textile industry. So I'll just click it and I'll get the number of stocks. So here also in settings, what you can do is that you can, in custom scan, what you can do is that you can eliminate all the stocks, right? You can eliminate all the stocks which are in ASM or the circuit revision. I'll show you in a bit. So looking at the charts, so as you can see, you can just go through the multiple charts at once. Here you can add the filter criteria, like what should be the market cap, right? Ascending, descending, right? Percentage away from 52-week high, and all of those criterias that you can set, right? Or you can simply just select the stocks, or you can check the display setting, whichever options you want in this list view, or you can copy all the symbols whichever you want and paste them in a watch list, or you can simply paste them directly in the trading view as well, right? And the last is top gainers. So it'll tell you all the top gainers over a period of 1 day, 1 week return, 1 month return, and from which industry that they belong to. Like for the, let's say, on particular day, let's say on Friday, whenever the market when the market closed, so software services had the most number of stocks that gave the highest return above the 1,000 crore market cap. So you can just go through these filters again. You can specify your own criteria, right? Another was household appliances, then we have textiles also, iron, steel, then specialty chemicals again. And you can simply go through the, you can see the which stocks belonging to this industry, and just click on that and you'll get the number of stocks belonging to that industry. And simply go to the charts and you can go through the multiple charts at once, saving the time as well. So what I wanted to show you was that you can remove the stocks. Going to the custom filter, you can simply remove the stocks belonging to uh, ASM and circuit stocks, 5% circuit, 2% circuit, and ASM, all the ASM, short term, long term ASM. And you can simply eliminate all those stocks, right? So okay, actually the number of stocks have reduced a lot. And you can simply go here and see 1 month return, which stock has given the highest 1 month return, and the 3 month 52-week high percentage, and 1 week percentage, right? So here you'll get your created watch list. You can load the watch list from here. And in scanners, in custom scans, what you can do, you can simply select all the criteria that you have, and you can simply save the filter, give any name, right? So I have few filters that I've made, that is the stocks within 52 25% of 52-week high. Then I have the tightness scan, I have the growth scan, I have the resilient scan, right? So this is just for those days when the overall market has gone down, but I want to look for the stocks that are up during that day, right? So this scan is for that. And you have other kind of scans as well, right? So more you can simply look at the circuit revision ASM list. So basically this is it. This is the tool that I have been using from some time. You can change the theme as well, if you want to use dark theme or the light theme, right? So this is a must use kind of a tool. You should guys definitely go through this and tell me if you like the scan or not, and what are your suggestions. And you can contact Charts Maze on Twitter. You can give him your suggestions, and you can talk to him about other features you would like to add here, or if you want to go for the premium. So I guess that is it for today's video, and I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope it adds more value to your trading, right? So goodbye, take care. Do let me know, did you find this useful or not?